is Tim, and I wanted to do a video on travel bugs. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with travel bugs, they're items that you put in a cache and they're meant to move from cache to cache. And the way you do that is you'll take and put a travel bug tag on it, like what we see here, and we'll attach it to an item and we'll put it in a cache. And as people pick it up, there's a unique number on the tag. They go in and log the fact that they have picked up the tag, and then they also log when they've dropped it off. Travel tags or travel bugs will have goals. Some of them will. It might be just to travel, it might be to go see something specific or go to a specific person. I heard of one that was baseball related, and the goal was to have its picture taken in front of as many baseball fields or baseball diamonds as possible. Another one was golf related, the same thing, but at golf courses. I heard of one travel bug that was a letter to a young girl's aunt, and the whole goal was for it to get to the city that the aunt lived in. So as far as what can be a travel bug, just about anything. All you have to do is attach the tag and release it out into the world through a cache. Now, one of the fun things about the travel bugs is the fact that you can track their progress. You can go in and view a map, get an idea of how many miles they've traveled. I had a travel bug that I picked up at a cache that had been over 30,000 miles throughout the world. United States, England, Scotland. So it's really fun to track them and see where they are and where they're going. As far as what can be a travel bug, like I said, it can be anything. I've heard of countless number of different things. Action figures, keychains, the list just goes on and on. And if you would, go ahead and leave comments down below and let me know what some of the unique travel bugs are that you've seen. What I'd like to show you in this video is how I combine two of my favorite hobbies. And what I'm going to do is make a travel bug and show you the different steps and the progressions of making that travel bug. Now, as far as the two hobbies, the first one's geocaching. I think that one's obvious. And the second one is using a scroll saw. This is something I've done for probably about 6 or 7 years now. So we'll go through, we'll make this travel bug, and I'll be showing you one that I'm going to release pretty soon, and hopefully your name can be on the list of places and goals for this travel bug. So let's get started. Okay, so here we are in the shop and we're getting ready to start making this travel bug. And the first thing we need is a pattern. So here I have the pattern, it's all printed out. And then I need to pick out the wood, which we have the wood. And these are actually both the same type of wood. Actually, it's all from the same piece of wood. However, this one I've stained, and I'll show you why later on in this video. At this point, what I'll do is I'll take spray adhesive, I'll spray the back of the pattern, I'll apply it to the wood, and just to make sure it stays on, I'll use some clear packing tape to hold it on. At that point, I'll drill holes for the purposes of putting the blade through and being able to cut out the different parts. Before we get started though, I want to give you an idea of the size of the stuff that we're working with. So hold on for just a second. Okay, so here's our pattern. And next to the pattern we have a dime, and laying across that dime is the actual blade that we'll use to be cutting out the different parts of the pattern. And so just to give you an idea for those who have not worked with a scroll saw or seen a scroll saw, this is the size that we're working with. So I'm going to get started and we'll come right back to you. Okay, we've made some progress with our piece that we're cutting out, and here you can see it's all cut out and ready to be sanded and painted, and once we get to there we'll get right back with you. Okay, we're moving right along on this project, and if you'll notice we've got it all painted and glued together, and I'm not sure if you can quite see this, but and I'm probably going to be doing a little bit more, but after the paint dried I ran the sandpaper over it a few times to give it a weathered look. And also, if you can tell, the background behind the lettering, behind the logo, is that dark stained wood. So that darkness kind of helps it bring it out. And so what we're going to do, and we also have the hole drilled for the chain for the travel tag. And I also want to show you a different piece that I've been working on, and that's this one right here. And this is going to be a first to find gift that I'm making for a future cache. Now this one I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to fill in the spaces next to the lettering with some clay, polymer clay. And once we have that inserted, then we'll be continuing on with that piece, and I'll show it to you here in just a few moments. So now we have the clay all inserted to the piece, and the next step is going to be to actually bake it. You can see the oven behind me. So the one other thing I want to point out was this keychain was printed, the pattern for it was printed by a program written by a gentleman by the name of Steve Good. And Steve is also the one that I found out about the idea of putting the polymer clay into a piece and baking it. So what I'm going to do is get it baked and then sand it down, and I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. So here we are, all finished, and you can tell that we've got a bit of a gloss to them now. And the official geocache, all it needs is the travel tags put on it, and it's ready to go out. Now here we have a picture of the two that we made in this video and 3 others that we made. So we have the hide it, find it, log it, and the geocaching logo, and a thanks for the cache TFTC piece that we made. So we're coming to a close on this video, and as I mentioned earlier, the fact that travel bugs all have their own individual goals. And what I want to do is take this one, the thanks for the cache one, and send it out, but I want to give it a goal of going to individual people. So if you'd like to send me the city and the state or the country, and where I can send this or put onto the goal list of where this tag should go, so that you can see it and maybe take a picture, add it to a video, and then send it on to the next person. So please message me the information if you'd like me to put you on the goal list, and we'll get that put on. Also want to say thank you for coming by and watching the video, and as always, make sure that you keep those travel bugs moving.